someone ends up just typing up something, and someone else edits that something, someone ends up working out somehow. Now, an encyclopedia is easier than a experimental community thing. Encyclopedia, at least we know what we're aiming for. What are we doing with this community thing? Well, we can come up with certain principles. We can come up with free speech, I just mentioned. We can put it there. We can come up with human rights, things we want to protect, things you want to... And it depends on what people want to do. There's another idea of splintering. I also mentioned this. And that's, hey, people are allowed to leave, and people should be allowed to make their own group, hopefully with a different name to avoid confusion. This happened with E-Nation, actually, by the way. There was... Well, I'll get into the thing in a bit. You can split in this, there's one group, and then like a subgroup, and then kind of like all the distros of Linux, which, yes, they do get confusing, but the best distros sort of rise to the top eventually, like Ubuntu, which just released its latest thing, which I'm not downloading right now, because I know the servers must be overwhelmed, so I'm not going to bother. And I'm still using Windows right now, because I can't get my webcam to work in Ubuntu. There's one flaw, Ubuntu! Also, people mispronounce your name a lot. I thought it was Ubuntu for the longest time. Ubuntu? Anyway. What do we do with this... this community thing? And there's splintering, and then there's merging together, and then there's working on various levels in various ways, and then like some subgroups could form like a loose confederation, maybe if they wanted to, or form like into one strong group, or just splinter off entirely. Different groups do different things. I'm sure, and I'm almost talking about two different ideas here. I'm talking about the generalized idea of extended community. Just take the general notion of community and just amp it up. There's things that we can do generally with the help of the internet. I'm also talking about a specific subset idea of that, which is based around compassion, which is based around care, which is based around goals and dreams and such. In addition to that group, if this thing happens, I'm sure there will be other groups, or even people within the group, that have sort of differing viewpoints. I'm sure there'll be an extended community thing of flamers, or whatever, and they'll all get together to flame people all the time. Spew hatred all over the internet. There will be people who do that, The wide variety of human experience. But I want to make something where we help each other. This is what I alluded to in the I Yearn for Freedom video. So what do we do then? It's interesting. Going back to E-Nation, Perry made several videos on the subject, and eventually set up a thing, Ning, which is probably a good place to start any sort of group thing. It's you can make your own social network. There are slight ads running in the corner, which eventually I'd like to get rid of by making our own website, theoretically. But we'll see about that. Anyway, started with a thing on Ning. And as a matter of fact, at the moment, as I'm in this video, you can see on my YouTube profile at the bottom it says, I'm a member of E-Nation, enation.ning.com, and on my website, like a little badge, I'm a member of E-Nation. If you click on them, you won't get anything much of interest, because a little box will pop up that says, like, this social network has been shut down. Or rather, it's temporarily suspended, or whatever. That was Perry's doing. I'm not exactly sure about all that. What happened was he made several videos, and he thought maybe we'd get like 100 people. And with 100 people, we'd have something. And we ended up getting like 10 people. and the 10 people that were there didn't do a whole lot. I made a few videos, a couple of people put things in. But then this one guy decided to hate me for no apparent reason. He became like a full stalker sort of a thing. Whatever it happens, I don't know. And this other one guy and a couple of his people, they really wanted to do E-Nation as a business, as a for-profit thing, and it was all about, it was constantly asking, but the real question is, how do we make money off of this? And me and Perry and some other people were like, wait, who said anything about money? Why are we going for money? What does that matter? And all? No, that's not what I'm here for. So they eventually split off and made their own thing called The E-Nation, which is like a very similar name. Please, people, come up with individual names. As far as I'm aware, that went nowhere, which is not much of a bragging point for the E-Nation side, because the regular E-Nation group also went nowhere as well. So far. I have expressed to Perry and people that I definitely believe in this idea. And, you know, if it takes 10 years to get off the ground, well, okay, fine. You know, so it takes time. These things take time. You know, we're talking about something very new. But Perry, you know, had a slightly darker view of it. Maybe eventually, but right now it's a failure thing, and right now nothing's happening, and he closed down the name. Okay. Perry right now is working on this unnamed project of making a video sharing website of some kind. Hasn't been able to tell us anything about it. It's weird. I asked him, and he said that what was it? They had some like nifty ideas, and they didn't want to, you know, tip their hand or show these things prematurely because like someone else might steal them. Someone else might use this idea without, and like, I can kind of understand that, but particularly something as generalized as a community. Why don't you just tell us? It's a community. Don't we need to know? Don't we need to? Then we can participate, we can comment. I can sort of understand if, for instance, my own creative stuff, I don't mention all of it online. You know, I hate spoilers, and so I want to like finish the thing before I show people, and before I, But if I'm designing a community, well, I'm trying to do that right now in this video, and here I am just doing it like out in front of everybody. So I don't know. We'll see what Perry etc. or Perry et al. Come up with in a video sharing website thing. What am I talking about though? With the group. I was trying to think of a name for it. I was like, I'm looking for the ideas of compassion, internet, nation, flow, sort of freedom, sort of. I couldn't think of anything particularly good. Not yet, anyway. Maybe someone has an idea. I don't know. Poyoswald said, "Call it the Dumpling Gang." Woot. I'm gonna pass on Dumpling Gang, unless there was a particular reason. I don't know. What is this thing? And furthermore, we need this with a word for the general idea of extended community, and a word for the specific idea of helping each other. How do we help each other? How do we? Well, here's an idea. What if we write down our dreams? Not dreams like sleeping. Dreams like... Dang you English having the same meaning both ways. You know in Japanese it's also true. Dream means sleeping dream and goal dream. Right. I can't even use my other language I don't quite know yet to describe. You know, goals and stuff. You write down what you want. Just write it down, and maybe someone will provide it for you. That sounds a bit odd. Yeah, it is a bit odd. It's moving into a donation economy, actually. Which is another thing that I think that will eventually happen. Because everything is so much based on information. And information is naturally free. Information is copied like that and distributed all over the place. As the RIAA is finding out, you actually can't stop people from spreading your data around. In this case, the data being songs. And so what I'm trying to do with my videos, I put them all up, completely free, Creative Commons licensed. And if you like it, you could donate something. That's it. I don't even want to associate myself with advertisements or anything, all that thing. And so I'm thinking for this group thing, what if it's all based on that idea of always just giving without a particular, formal obligation to get back. I think that's weird, but yeah, that's kind of what we do with Wikipedia. It's kind of what we do with Linux, right? How many people? Some of the Linux contributors are paid. A lot of people, just test something out, send their report, because they know that overall this makes Linux better. When it's better, well, good. Then then you will eventually you will gain from that, right?